Lay back, relax, enjoy it all. Saturday night, it's time to say no more. S&M with Tally and KRC. Come pleasure or pain, welcome to the stream.
And we're live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mrs. Claus, and I have with me today someone who, this is Krampus. Hey everyone, welcome to S&M. I'm Eve. This is Tally.
Hi.
And we're very sorry we're so late. There were technical difficulties finishing makeup and outfits and stuff like that. As you can tell, we went a little excited with it, you know.
Despite how elaborate I look, the hold-up was not me.
Oh.
Because it is currently 10 o'clock at night. I attached these at 2 o'clock this afternoon to give myself time for the latex to dry.
Hey, guess what? I wasn't going to throw you under the bus, but since you went to be a dick about it.
Because I know everyone was going to think it was me just based on this.
Look at this little Christmas pup. Isn't she so ready for Christmas? She says, I'm ready for Christmas, Mama. I just have to go pick up your presents.
She really needs like a little hat.
Oh, they won't leave those kind of things on. I've tried those things in years past. They won't leave them on. Like, they paw them off or whatever, and it's ridiculous to me. They won't just leave the fucking thing alone. The most I can get them to wear is like a tight-fitting sweater. Like, if it's close to their body, they'll leave it alone, but otherwise they'll try to pull it off or knock it off somewhere.
You should do that.
So, I've thought about it. I know I said I wasn't going to do this again, but I'm doing it again anyway. A little bit of rosy cheeks. BG said, hashtag spank Tally. I can get behind that hashtag. Literally.
We all can.
There we go. A little rosier. Spreading Yuletide joy, yes. Yes, she is. She's like, I want to be Krampus! I'm like, alright, well, I'll be like Mrs. Claus or something, so.
Of course I want to be Krampus. Because it's more fun to be on the naughty list.
Actually, it's more fun to be on the nice list. If you're good little boys and girls, I'll come visit you for Christmas.
If they're good little boys and girls, they get toys. If they're bad boys and girls, I eat them.
Yes, well, which one is our chat going to choose? Do they want toys and a visit from me for Christmas? Or
would they rather be naughty and have me come and visit them and eat them?
Merry Christmas, Skull. So how's everyone doing? Everyone all got their gift spot for Christmas and stuff? Josh says Krampus. Ah.
Of course Josh says Krampus.
Of course he does.
I mean, it's Josh.
We're gonna put a poll on Twitter, kids. Define eat. That's up to her entirely.
It depends on how good or bad you've been. That really does depend on how bad you've been.
You have to speak up just a little bit because you're kind of quiet.
Is that better?
Much better. I can hear you much better now.
I just had to turn up my mic.
I gotcha.
So I've finished all of my Christmas shopping. I've just got one more thing that needs to be delivered. I think. And I haven't actually wrapped anything.
No, that takes place on Christmas Eve. That's what I'm gonna be doing, sitting here watching Die Hard on Christmas Eve, wrapping gifts.
Oh, I've been watching Police Academy. It's hilarious. I love those movies.
Speaking of which, kids, on Christmas Eve, over in my server, I haven't decided what time yet. Probably like 9 or 10. Probably about 9 o'clock Central. It's about 10 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
Is when I'm planning to do a watch party of Die Hard for Christmas.
So 11 o'clock at night, 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Yes, ma'am. Christmas Eve.
So that would be Christmas Day for me.
Yep. Early, but
it's all right. I'm only going over to a friend's house. It's all right. I'm on Christmas Day. I'm going over to a friend's house, and we're gonna get drunk, have Christmas dinner, and play games.
That sounds like fun.
Last year we had it was so much fun. Last year we played Disney version of Toys Against Humanity.
Toys Against Humanity?
No, Disney Against Humanity. It's Cards Against Humanity, but it's Disney. And it's so funny.
I thought you said Toys Against Humanity. I was like, what?
I probably did because I'm retarded.
What kind of toys, Tally? What kind? Are they the toys that good little girls and boys get?
No, they're the toys that bad little boys and girls get. But we played Cards Against Humanity, but Disney version. We had those glasses things with the different characters, and we had to work out who we were. Like there was a witch, there was a panda, there was a dog, there was a judge, there was a student.
But he was really judgy. But I'm pissed.
But it was so much fun.
Okay. It sounds like fun.
We played a little quiz game, and we discovered that the husband is very good at music quizzes.
Kids, if you're watching not those kinds of toys, okay, look. Skull, I've said it before and I've said it again, this is not a show for children. If there are children watching this show, they need to leave now.
Skull, go away. Go, leave.
Go to bed, because Santa will be upset.
If you're under the age of 18, go away. We don't want you here.
We are an 18 and up show. Thank you very much. We talk about very adult subjects here. And Eve, know what I do.
What we've so we've been discussing something, and I would like to know how all of you feel about it. Me and Eve were just discussing setting up an S&M Instagram. And basically just showing all of the different themes that we're done and will do in future. It just depends on whether or not I've got any of the pictures from cosplays that we've done. But I think I'll just start it from now with these, because I don't think I've got any.
We've taken pictures of our outfits and stuff before.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever taken any that have been Instagram worthy though. But I really do need to find my selfie stick if we're going to do that.
It says, Eve, you look adorable, so cute, thank you. And Tally looks...
Doesn't she just look like the cutest little thing? Couldn't you just eat her up?
Come over here and eat me up. I mean, that's not what good girls say. That's entirely inappropriate, Mrs. Krampus.
We know you're not a kid, Scully.
Yes, we know. We're just giving you a hard time, sweetheart. Anyway. So how's everyone been? How's everyone's, like I said, how's everyone's Christmas shopping going? You guys all done? Do you even celebrate Christmas? Is Christmas just going to be another day off work for you? I mean, some people, that's what it is for them. That's okay. Enjoy the day off work. Enjoy the time where people are just not doing shit and you can just kick back, relax, and, you know, whatever, you know. Because I know not everybody is a Christmas person. That's fine.
See, for me, it's just an excuse to eat awesome food and get drunk.
I mean, yeah. It is.
In saying that, even when I was with my when I actually went to see family for Christmas, it was just an excuse to have presents, open presents, eat good food, and get drunk. That has pretty much been my Christmas since I was 16. Even the quieter Christmas when it was just me and 2 of my sisters and with my mom and dad, and not me, like, all 9 of my siblings and their families. In saying that, we always had 2 siblings missing, so it was more like 7 siblings and all of their families. It was always chaos. We had one Christmas where it was just me, my parents, and 2 of my sisters. And it was the quietest Christmas we've ever had. It was pretty nice.
I have not seen said cat video you speak of, Pat, because I don't know which cat video you mean.
There's a cat video?
So he's asking, have y'all seen the cat video yet?
I have no idea what cat video you're talking about.
I've seen several things on Twitter the past few days because I've been, for whatever reason, logging onto Twitter at work because I was bored. And just sitting there chilling and fucking with people online. I've gotten like probably a good 10 or 15 new followers in the past few days because people would just be like, oh, I like what you have to say, follow. And I'm like, all right, I'm just talking. I don't give a shit. I had one guy, like, Weibo was talking, replied to somebody about DC movies and was like, I'm excited. I thought Wonder Woman was really good, you know, as far as like good DC movies.
You know what? Wonder Woman was a fantastic movie.
I think so, because he tweeted out, he was like just
she
a friendly reminder.
She legitimately had to overcome shit.
Yeah, it's just a friendly.
She was I would say she was the last comic book superhero, female superhero that's been released in recent memories that hasn't just been handed everything on a silver platter.
Mm-hmm.
She's been the first protagonist that she's like the last protagonist, that was female that actually had to struggle in order to win.
You done?
Yes.
As I was saying, it's not even. Yeah, I agree. It was a really good movie, and somebody had posted like just a friendly reminder that the only good 2 DC movies were about a literal man-child and talking about Captain Marvel, and an incel, which was Joker, and I was like, okay, well, that's not quite how that last one goes, but all right, sure. And
not that long ago, I had a lot of fun in a voice chat with a couple of the guys, and we were just naming female DC comic book characters. Sorry.
You cut me off again.
I did.
Like I was saying, I was just gonna finish my thought. You can start yours back up after this. But so Weibo replied something about I really liked Wonder Woman. I was like, I'm excited for Wonder Woman 1984 as well. And somebody came along and was like, oh yes, I'm really excited for what this director will do and this person being involved, and then this person's take on Trump and just like feminism or whatever. He didn't say feminism specifically, but he was just like really like almost made it a political thing, and I was just like, bro, I just want to see Gal Gadot run around in a sexy outfit and kick ass. That's all that I'm here for. Like,
well, do you remember? I really think the left just hate her, not because she's the wrong race or she's not a good actress or anything like that. It is strictly just because she's Israeli. The left hate her.
mm-hmm.
So they make everything that she's in political. Despite the fact that she is a fantastic actress that does really well in every role that she takes on. Like, she played Giselle in the Fast and Furious franchise, and even in that, and she was fantastic. She played an Israeli army soldier who was badass in Heist.
Mm-hmm.
And she was great. And it was so heartbreaking when she died. And
Spoilers.
I don't even like that movie series.
Spoilers, Tally. God.
If you haven't seen it by now, there is no helping you.
Speaking of things that I'm not going to spoil, Cyberpunk.
Like,
how's everyone been enjoying it? They've been playing
God, there's such a good game.
I even got Tally wanting to play it. She shows up. She actually shows up in my Twitch streams, y'all. Like, holy shit.
Really
Tally shows back up because she enjoys this game so much.
Oh, I really do. See, I'm one of those people that before I buy a game, I will watch someone play it and see how they like it and because if they're excited for it and I am actually interested in the storyline, I will buy that game. Whereas if they are bored, I'm not going to buy it. Because I want to know what the gameplay is like before I buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to like the subject matter or the story. For instance, I did the same before I bought the Batman Arkham series. And I love that series. That's a fantastic series. And now I've got like 5 games I want to play, but I can't because I need to build my reg.
You really do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to rearrange some windows here. Oh, great. I got a thing up there. Okay, it went away. It went away. Went away.
What?
No, I was just like messing up with my window arrangements.
I think Check Your Logic didn't actually realize that I'm not Santa Demon. I'm Krampus.
So.
And I devour those that are on the naughty list.
How is a completely different interpretation. I'm gonna send you the pictures. I'm gonna show them real quick of what I'm rocking in Cyberpunk currently.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
So I'm gonna screen share with y'all.
She looks so tacky, trashy, but at the same time, it's just she looks so fabulous.
Okay, that's the right window. Dude. Yeah, that's my character. The mask I'm only wearing because it gives me a good boost to stats, but the outfit I made myself, so for the most part.
I mean, she looks so tacky.
There's my fucking rifle that, Jesus, I can pick off like from crazy far away with that. But that's her without the mask too. I like without the mask best because it cuts off her head because of the way I've got this displayed. Hang on. Dude, there we go. Now you can actually see her forehead. But yeah, she was started her out as a corpo, and been running through that quest line, and having that background has come in handy quite a few times. to be able to go, no, I understand this from the way the corporations see this. That's not going to work. And they'll go, well, why not? You can't tell if she's a street kid or a corpo. I mean, appearance-wise, no, you can't. But I like to think that her personality and attitude towards things show where she came from.
Because she's been in the corporate world. When she talks to people like out on the street, she's able to, one, avoid them getting into trouble, and two, avoid herself getting into trouble.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, there are ways I've approached certain situations where it's been very useful to have that background. So, especially during like the main storyline quest, which deals a lot with a lot of the corporations. One in particular, but I went street kid, and my street kid looks like an Italian. Never thought I could make someone like that. Yeah. You surprise yourself sometimes. The ones that get me are people who are like, you know, I made a corpo, and they're like from head to toe covered in tattoos and piercings and stuff. It's like, you don't look like a corpo though. You don't look like someone who came from a corporate atmosphere. Like, I could see, like, if you made a street kid or nomad, go nuts. But I just feel like if you're going to start that way, I don't know. Everyone
like,
looks...
I can understand building up that appearance over time. However, that's
well, that's
not
also
really something.
That is one of my biggest grievances, is you can't do things like add piercings and tattoos later on. Once you, at the beginning of the game, you're done. Yeah. They've not given us the ability to do so, which is really frustrating. Everyone looks tacky in Cyberpunk 2077, retro, futuristic 80s. Yeah, fair. He's a cool hacker, so rather than brawl, I hack everything. I do too. I sneak around and pick people off, and I use hacking to shut off cameras, and to occasionally, if someone spots me, I can like overload their or reset their optics, which basically takes them out of a combat stance. That one's fun.
Well, it throws them off, doesn't it?
They lose track of you because their eyes just stop working.
they can't see you. They like, you could stand right in front of them and do that, and they just can't see you.
Yep. It only works for a second just to reset their eyes, but so you do need to get out of sight, but at the same time,
yeah,
it's
I totally get it.
There was something else I was gonna share, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, that's a pity.
Miss Tally.
Yes.
How are things with you?
Pretty good. So I've pretty much finished. Like I said earlier, I've pretty much finished my Christmas shopping. I just need to wrap everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the day before Christmas Eve, so the 23rd, I'm going to the zoo.
Yeah.
With my little one. Yeah.
Going to the zoo in winter? That's kind of odd.
Well, this is a pretty good little zoo, and they've got like a Christmas thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got like Santa there and all that sort of thing. I mean, if the aquarium was closer, I'd rather take him there. But the aquarium's like 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm. So
his first proper day out that wasn't just going to a friend's house or going to the supermarket. His first ever day out was at the aquarium, and he was like 3 months old, and he loved it. I didn't want to take him before he could stay awake through it and like actually enjoy being there, because before that he pretty much slept all the time. So there was no point taking him before then.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you have something special to do with him for the holidays. Get to spend some time with him.
Well, the reason I started taking him to the reason I took him to the aquarium his first time was because we would go over to our friend's house, and when he was able to start sitting up, he would just he would sit in front of the fish tank and just stare at it, and it was a massive, impressive fish tank. And I mean, he used to do the same thing at home, like just stare at his fish tank.
Mm-hmm.
So I took him to the aquarium. He really liked the octopus. It was feeding time just as we got to the octopus tank.
Oh no!
And the octopus was down in the bottom corner, and it shot itself up across the glass right in front of him, and he went crazy, and he loved it.
That's great. I hope he likes the zoo as much as the aquarium.
Oh, he loves the zoo.
That's
Kids are little shits, but like you should have them. They're great.
I don't know about that, but
the pains in the asses. Sometimes you want to throttle them, and they say shit like, "Mummy, you're fat, little shit," but they're great.
That's wonderful. Josh said, "Did you see about the developers and the programmers screaming at the board of directors for lying about the game being ready? Quartering and Spawnwave did videos on it. Yeah, I heard about that.
I haven't.
Because they're like, yeah, sure, it's ready. We've already got a bajillion dollars. Because that was the thing, as it came down to with Cyberpunk, was it wasn't the developers who wanted it to come out that early. They're like, no, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. And the board of directors was like, yeah, we've got, 8 million copies of this pre-ordered. We're just going to sell it. And everyone was really upset. So naturally, and the devs are the ones getting the heat and the backlash from it. They're being like, why didn't these devs finish this game? And they had all this work to do on it to get it ready. And
well, let's face it. Before you release a game, you should at least have someone sit there and play through it and make sure it actually works as intended.
Well, they do. But the problem is even when you do that, in an open world game like that, it's really hard to catch everything. And we could have excused some bugs.
I understand that it's hard to catch everything.
Let me finish. Let me finish, Talita. Talita, let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
The people who were responsible for the date that the game was released are not the people who develop it and did the testing. People who developed it and did the testing were sitting there saying, it's not finished yet. It's not finished yet. We can't release this. It's not finished yet. And the board of directors was like, we're going to get our money and toss it out.
Oh, I know, because, let's face it, the developers, they've all got their own page, their own Twitter pages.
Mm-hmm.
And the company has its big Twitter page, and they are run by very different departments, because you got the developers actually using their own Twitter, and then you've got the company, which is that Twitter is controlled by someone that answers to the board of directors.
Right.
So you've got all the developers saying over and over again to these people, the game isn't ready. We cannot release it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone knows it wasn't the developers.
Sort of. I mean, a lot of people have been blaming the devs directly, rather than pointing it to where the real issue lies is with the corpos. I mean, the corporation, the board of directors. It was kind of funny because apparently one of the devs said in that meeting that they had where they were talking about that, apparently said, don't you find it a little ironic we're making a game about corporations, run amok when you're sitting here making us work like 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, crunching us and making us, put this out, and then you still release it unfinished,
Yep.
Exploitive corporations was the phrase I think that was used. But
that is kind of really ironic, though.
It's a little bit. I kind of got into it with somebody on Twitter about it too. They were like, "Oh no, they're just mad because they have jobs, and I'm just like, what?
Why would you ever be mad?
That wasn't the phrasing. I'm sorry. I don't want to be disingenuous.
I mean, let's face it. Why would you ever be mad that you don't have a job? I don't have a job, and it's driving me fucking crazy.
The phrasing was, how dare they offer people jobs and force them to work? How outrageous. And I was like, that's not what's going on here, though. You know, this is a little different. And even if you're like, you know, the employees have the power to be like, well, we're just not going to finish the game, you got to have everybody in your corner with that. Because I've had situations like that at my own job where it's like, hey, I would like to make some change here. I would like to have people stand up and tell, you know, upper management they're not going to take it anymore. But the problem is I'm the only one willing to stand up and do it. Everybody else is like, yeah, but I could lose my job. No,
but
I think I'm going to...
Like, hang on, let me finish.
That's the thing, Tally, is it's not always going to happen like that. It's not always just going to be one person.
If one person stands up and says, no, this shit ain't right, they are likely to get fired. However, if more than half of the employees all do it, you can't fire them all.
You can, but then they would be up shit creek.
Then you'd be up shit creek without a paddle.
So they need...
they fire all of their employees and suddenly the game won't get finished.
Mm-hmm. I was speaking...
So they are not going to do that.
Mm-hmm. The game won't get finished, the work won't get done. And that's the important part, is that you're holding something over their heads that, you know, should work. But the problem with that is it only works if everyone does it.
Well, it doesn't have to be everyone. It just has to be a very good, large portion that would cause a massive disruption to try and replace all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say, it basically having the majority of your workforce all saying, we are not going to do our work until you improve work conditions, is that you suddenly go from a reasonable production to I have no workers and suddenly I can't do any production and I'm up shit's creek without a paddle. It's mutually assured destruction.
Mm-hmm.
You might bounce back from it, but you will lose a lot of contracts if you do.
You done?
Yes.
Okay. So I have two things we can talk about today.
Go for it.
One that I put in there almost a month ago now that I've been meaning to get to. Or the one that you posted a couple days ago.
Let me have a look. Oh, the internet rules. How would everyone like it if we went over the rules of the internet?
See, I'm not sure if these are like...
I mean, if you've forgot a better one, we can do that one.
I don't know. Because I feel like this one... This is not quite what I've seen. Hang on. Because I've seen it from different sources. There's actually like an official website. You got the one off of like Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, I did. So that was just the first thing that came up when I clicked on it. Like, I can guarantee you there are better ones.
Because everybody knows like Rule 34 of the internet. Like, it's...
Because this conversation came along because I asked, I know what Rule 34 is, but what are the rest?
See, I like this one better from rulesoftheinternet.com. Because it actually gives sub-rules under each rule.
Share it.
So, like, for example, under Rule 34, it's like, if there is porn of it, no exceptions. Rule 34 of the internet is what 34 is what is Rule 34. Zelda, Pokemon, Rule 34. South Park, Rule 34. Reddit, Rule 34. Under those, there's like subheadings.
And then there's 34.2, 34.3, 34.4, 34.4,
right.
part 2.
Like 34.2. There are ponies of it, no exceptions. 34.3, if it exists, there's an app for it. 34.4, if it exists, there's a YouTube of it.
That is true. Like I found out how to rewire a plug and to fix the pull cord to my bathroom light because of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Like I one day I walked out of the bathroom, pulled the cord to turn the light off, and I pulled the cord down on top of me, and it had actually like left like this much string hanging out the bottom of the cord thing. So I actually had to get up there and replace the pull cord.
Oh no. Rule 34 can never be denied, ever.
Me and my mom had to do it together.
And Josh says, so you mean there's Assassin of the Grey Rule 34?
Probably.
I think you need to commission that, Josh. And then send it to Assassin.
I think there might be.
I'm sure somebody in the side quest server would be willing to draw Assassin of the Grey Rule 34.
And we both know Josh would love every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, who wouldn't? I've seen pictures of Assassin. He's hot.
No, we're just like making Assassin squirm a little bit.
I like Assassin has showed me pictures of him when he was in the military, and can I just say, yummy.
Deep breath.
He looks good.
So we do rules of the internet. I mean, I don't know how much content that will give us, but you know, as far as like time to go through it all.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. We'll
yeah.
So you have that link that I sent you.
Yep. I've got it up on the screen. What does /B/ mean?
I'm pretty sure I'm somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 4chan. So for those of you who want to read along with us, we are not savages after all. Of course, we are not savages after all. Throws money at the screen. Take it off. But for those of us who want to read along with us, we're going to start at rule number 1. Do not talk about B. We're already in violation. Number 2, you do not talk about B.
Again, we're in violation. To be fair, this is for educational purposes. 2 part 2. Always speak about C.
Well, hang on. I'm looking up. Is it 4chan?
Probably.
B is the only board of 4chan where anyone can post grotesque material. B is among the boards in 4chan that has the not safe for work designation. Consequently, users may post not safe for work content on B when 4chan moderators may restrict such postings on boards without
so it's like the catacombs times
you can
a million.
Put whatever on B. The problem is 4chan isn't very heavily regulated. No one knows who runs those servers and stuff, so
yeah, it's catacombs times a million.
C is the anime cute section of 4chan.
That sounds really adorable.
Yep, so it's okay to be an anime weaver. It's not okay to talk about B. Sorry, Cassie, no links in chat. Oh, well. That's why I posted it with that account. Yeah, I did. I posted the link in the chat.
It hasn't come up for me.
What the fuck? I posted it with our... Hang on.
Try putting it in the description box.
That's really fucking weird.
Put it in the description box.
Because I posted it both on the S&M account and on the Chaos Eve account. And I did not see it either way. I'm hesitant to, but it's just, if you guys Google it, it's rulesoftheinternet.com.
Let me try.
And like, I don't even get like it's
there we go. It's sent.
Yeah, it's sent, but I don't see it pop up.
Oh. Put it in the description box.
Yeah, I'm afraid to. I'm afraid the video got yeeted if we do. Which doesn't make any sense.
Why would it get yeeted?
I don't know, Tally, but if it's not posting the link, there's got to be a reason for it.
I thought YouTube just didn't let links go in, like off-site links be posted in the chat.
You can post links all the time.
Because Pat posts the OpenStream link in his chat every week.
Yep.
And we share our Discord link.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fucking
YouTube
weird.
currently does not allow links in chat for some reason. Yeah. It'd be nice if they actually made an announcement about that. You know, let people know.
Just put it in the description box.
Well, I apparently do not have any choice, kids.
Do I have to refresh my page for it to pop up on the description box?
Yes, but why would you need to? You have it in your DMs.
Yeah, I know, but I'm wondering for everyone else.
Yes,
like anyone who wants
refresh.
to see it. Okay, anyone who wants to see it, just refresh the page and it'll be in the description box. If you don't want to do that, rulesoftheinternet.com, and yeah, so let's go over it.
I don't think I'm gonna know most of these.
I know for a fact I'm not.
Remember 2.2 is remember second place.
I don't know what that means. We might have to get past like
I think I need to get like Inquisitor in here to translate this for me because he's a 4chan troll, but I've never spent much time on 4chan, honestly. I've been on it a couple times, you know.
Shall we do this to another time then?
Porn.
With Inquisitor, or do you reckon you can drag him on
with someone who actually knows? Because I actually am sitting here going through. I don't know most of these. Some of these I'm kind of looking at. I'm like, okay, this is definitely like ancient lore of the internet because things like
I understand that spelling of noob.
Number 14. Do not argue with trolls. It means they win. It's fair.
Like, if you go down to rule 3. It's we are anonymous, and then the one below that is pi. 3.141592. It's pi.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you go down to 6, that's pi squared.
Yeah, let's go with the other thing because I'm not sure if this is going to make a lot of sense, and we'll just be sitting here going, what, most of the time?
Yeah, pretty much. We are going to need a 4chan troll.
I was going to say, if anyone asks you about B, you know it, you don't know anything.
Yeah, I guess so. So what are we actually looking at?
So we're actually going to look at, which means I need to edit the stream description because I just put that in there. What we're actually gonna look at is something else. Another article. We're gonna get a little more thoughtful today. Put this in Tally's DMs. And put this in the stream description. If anybody wants to take a look at that. And then I'm gonna do that. Up. Hang on. There we go.
What?
What do you mean what? Misinformation has created a new world order.
I think I need to like create an account in order to
are you fucking kidding me? I didn't check this before, and somebody who gave this to me, and it was available before, but I guess it's not anymore. I'm not paying for a Scientific American thing, so sorry kids, we're not doing that either. Jesus, I'm at 1,000 today. I felt like we had something else to talk about, you know?
I don't know. We did the 6 toxic things.
Mm-hmm. Long cat is long. I don't know what that means. See, that's my problems. I don't know what it means. It's so obscure, the rules of the internet. You know, the only one anybody remembers is 34.
Yeah, we've pretty much done everything that's in there.
Universal bypass is add-on might help with that. Well, I mean, the problem is that you need a subscription to Scientific American, so I don't know if that one's gonna work or not. It's not like an anonymous article thing. Like, I know New York Times does that, where you can read like so many articles for free, and then you need an account after that.
Yeah.
This isn't like that. They just give you like a short snippet of the article.
See, websites like that annoy me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's one of those things that...
Are you intrigued enough by the title to pay for a subscription in order to read that one article? On the off chance that you might actually like what you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
They might as well just make it so that you can read like 1 or 2 articles a day. I would say 2. And then what you do is you then decide from reading 1 or 2 articles a day whether or not you like that website. Some do up to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to pay for a subscription.
That's the thing. It's Scientific American thinks a little high and mighty of themselves that they can't even.
Well, they are
a like, pay us and we'll tell you our opinions, and it's like.
Aren't they a peer-reviewed journal, or aren't they meant to be a peer?
I'm honestly so. I mean, they are, but I'm honestly so put off by a lot of things that used to be trustworthy sources nowadays deciding that they have some kind of bias and they're just going to do things their way, and you should just listen to them. You know, they get so full of themselves.
That websites like Scientific America, which is supposed to be a peer-reviewed journal, they published articles that were written by people to actually be complete word salad about race and gender theory. And it was put in, and it was just bullshit. They just sat there and purposely made word salad that they don't even agree with. They didn't even know what it meant when they wrote it.
Mm-hmm. So,
and for that reason, they disagree with that stance. But they wrote this article, and it was published in Scientific America. It's a load of bullshit.
Yeah.
You can publish anything in that as long as you put it under the guise of a scientific theory or a scientific of a hypothesis. Like, you don't even have to have numbers to back you up.
Mm-hmm. So they just get, if they can get someone in there to help them publish it. I mean, it's like, I know it's supposed to be peer reviewed, but I don't trust that anymore. It's to the point where I don't.
They don't understand what it means. They just pretend they do, and they just publish that because they agree with that.
And that's, I think it's honestly what that article is going to be about. Misinformation has brought about a new world order. You know, when it talks about New World Disorder, because they talk about what little I can see of that article. They talk about, as someone who studies the impact of misinformation on society, I often wish young entrepreneurs of Silicon Valley who enabled communication at speed had been forced to run a 9/11 scenario with their technologies before they deployed them commercially. And it says our willingness to share content without thinking is exploited to spread disinformation. We just share things. We just get this little snippet of information, and because our world is so fast-paced now and so interconnected that we just throw information out there without ever looking about it or confirming it or researching it at all. We don't think, we just react.
Well, so that's the issue with having, like, the internet and social media.
Mm-hmm. I mean, take the current vaccine scare.
Stuff so easily accessed.
Take the current scare about the vaccines. You know, one of the things I keep seeing about the vaccines that people keep getting all up in arms about is that they see the needles disappear when they get, just like they injected a microchip into them when they didn't. It's like, no, it's called a retractable needle. It's a fairly recent technology that a lot of
it's so that when you pull the needle out, it
I was trying to explain that, Tally.
Retracts the needle so it doesn't break.
What it's designed, you keep cutting me off. What it's designed for is healthcare workers who are sitting there sticking people with needles all day long, especially if you're administering vaccines. That needle injects into the skin, and when it goes into the skin and you put pressure on it, it pushes something inside there, so that the only thing that's holding it in is the person's skin. And then when you pull it out, the needle zoops up inside the tube. So zoop, that's the technical term. It zoops up inside the tube. It retracts inside the tube so that it can't accidentally stick someone else, because at that point that syringe is no longer usable. But you also, A, don't need a sharp spin to dispose of them, and B, prevents healthcare workers who are frequently dealing with this stuff from accidentally getting stuck with something that has someone's blood on it.
Someone else's body.
Yeah. Because I know from seeing, talking with some other people who I know have worked in healthcare stuff, and they
Well, there is a reason.
It is a very scary...
yellow sharp spots everywhere.
Mm-hmm. It's a very scary prospect to accidentally get stuck with a needle that's been inside someone. You don't know what's been in their blood. You don't know what that person had, and you just stuck it inside your body.
Like, they could have some blood-borne disease.
Mm-hmm.
And you are like hepatitis.
So you have to go to the hospital and get an entire battery of tests done, and then hope none of them come back positive, because
you get stuck with the needle, you've got hepatitis, and that's a blood-borne disease. It's very difficult to get rid of. It's nasty.
Many people feel special with the notion of, I have a secret, and I know more than those deaf mutes, right? The nurse did faint after receiving the vaccine. I did see that. I would like to find out more about why she fainted, because that really kind of was not the best advertisement for their vaccine, because she's like, yeah, this vaccine is really great. And she starts getting like lightheaded. You can tell she's like, and then just like faints. And they have to pick her up and carry her away while she's doing an interview. And I'm like, oh no. It's possible. It's possible it could have been any number of things, but that's really not. I mean, there's already suspicion, and people are already apprehensive about this vaccine.
It was rushed through.
Yeah, because it was rushed. Because you had...
Do you remember all of the issues?
I do remember, and I was about to say it.
Sorry.
Well, not like not specifically even issues, but you can speak on that in a second. But like the three major companies that make these kind of things were rushing, competing to be the first one so that they could patent it and make money off of it. And I don't think they tested it properly.
And the FDA are just pushing it through because of public demand.
Mm-hmm. People want it because people want to be able to return to their normal lives, even though that's not exactly what's going to happen.
Like, have you ever read about the chaos that there was around when women were taking the pill back when it was first released? Like, it wasn't working the way it should, and it really messed with your body.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that they had those many issues is because women were demanding that it be released now. And it's pretty much exactly the same thing. See, they're currently working on a male contraceptive pill, but no one is demanding that it be released right this second. People are saying release it when it works.
Yeah.
So they're actually working on that, and apparently it's going well.
Yeah, I've heard things about it too, but you know, people are like, well,
people are saying we really want this, but we want it to be effective and safe.
Right, but I mean, the thing that upsets a lot of women that I've seen that have a problem with the fact, you know, the people who are upset about it, it's not even so much that it's like, well, we had to go through all these hoops to get our birth control correct to where it would actually function for us in a proper way, and blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, but I understand that, but rather than demanding that men go through the same thing, why don't you just demand a better standard for what you get?
Yeah.
You know.
See, they are bitching because they want it to be released so that they either don't want it released at all, or they're saying, well, you should release it now so that they can blah 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 blah. Most of them are saying don't release it at all, whereas men are saying no, we want this, we just want it to be effective.
Yeah, because guys would love very much to be able to be like, oh,
well,
the condom broke, but you're not going to get pregnant. What do you mean? I poked a hole in that condom on I mean, I thought for sure I would end up pregnant. Yeah, I'm on the male birth control. Sorry, you're not getting pregnant.
It's a good way to avoid to stop men from being taken advantage of when it comes to children.
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
And
I mean,
there is a certain group of people that don't like that idea.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, they're a very small group of people. I don't think that's the majority at all.
Because they don't like the idea that men might have a little bit more control over their lives.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, so...
I mean, let's
kind of
face
off
it,
on a tangent there.
I mean, let's face it, there are women out there who will actively not take birth control and expect to get pregnant by someone that is way above their station just so they can get some money out of them.
Right. Way above their station. It's
I mean,
such
a... None of the people that do this are really...
You're speaking very quietly
They're
there.
tacky. They're tacky hoes.
Well, I mean, I'm aware of that, but no, it was just funny, the phrasing way above their station to me. Rick says he sees you happy. All spread out in the bed there, trying to get attention. Look at her.
She is so cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my new room is much smaller, so I'm like right next to my bed. But when we see there,
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Not a bad setup.
I like it. It's a little cozy, but I like it.
Yeah, I expect this to all change after I move. Because, well, first of all, I won't be here. Second of all, I will have more space.
Your kink is not my kink, assassin, and please don't have kinks about my dog. Which brings us back to the rules of the internet. There's someone out there who would just has that kink, and it's like,
Ew. Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Does chat have anything they'd like to share with us? Like, anything that's going on? Do you guys have plans for the holiday? I've got plans for the holiday, but I really
What are your plans for the holiday?
Well, my plans for the holiday, I'm going over to my mom's house Saturday. Like I said, we're doing Die Hard in my server, not Saturday, Thursday night for Christmas Eve. On Christmas Day, I'm going to go over to my mom's, probably spend the entire day there. I also am probably not going to be streaming that Thursday and Friday night, so really depends. If I get home early enough on Friday night, I will totally stream some more Cyberpunk, but I would rather play with Mrs. Krampus. Oof. We end up on the naughty list in Assassin, and she'll come visit your house. My plan, get drunk. Hey, that works.
Happily. Only because he got all worked up about the yummy stuff earlier.
But yeah. So I'm don't have much planned next weekend, so we'll do this. Which reminds me, Tally, we need to figure out what we're wearing for New Year's. Our New Year's outfits.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it after stream. Because we're doing things a little bit early on here because of the way the weeks fall. So like I said, we're doing Christmas now. And then
But Christmas is only in like 6 days.
Don't remind me, I'm not done shopping yet. I'm gonna go tomorrow and get some more stuff. And hopefully I'll have everything done. But which reminds me, I need a place to send your gift.
No.
No.
You're not allowed to send presents.
Look, where am I gonna send your giant horse cock dildo?
Oh hell no. You can keep that.
But I thought you liked naughty toys.
There is a difference between naughty and on level with B.
That's not on B. That's gore and stuff on B. I love
that that is the equivalent to me. No.
Look at this pumpkin. I was gonna send you Happy. Happy wants to come visit you for Christmas. Don't you want to see Happy for Christmas? Look
I would
at that
love
face.
to see Happy.
Look at that face. You're so cute.
I would love to see Happy for Christmas.
Doop. Alright, I'll figure out how to find you, Tally. I mean... Wait, Sinatra says it's here? No.
No, he's not.
But, yeah. I don't know, I'm running out of things to talk about. It's been kind of a lazy day. I've only been up since like 12:30. I slept in last night. I was up really late.
Since, I've been up since 5. Might have been earlier.
5 in the morning?
Yeah.
So wait, since I talked to you, have you been awake since I talked to you last?
I've been awake since your stream.
Damn. Also, you probably need to adjust your top because they're about to pop out of it. Oh, it was just the way you were sitting. There you go.
You've spoiled your fun, guys.
Yes, I totally spoiled our channel getting yeeted. Look, I think I told somebody the other day, I was like, look, somebody asked me if I had an OnlyFans. I'm like, nah. And I almost said, I almost replied, Tally probably would, but she's too lazy, so.
No. Just no.
Tally probably would do OnlyFans. She's just too lazy about it.
I never would. No. The closest you're gonna get to anything that would go on OnlyFans, we are literally gonna put on Instagram.
Yeah.
And you cannot put pornography on Instagram.
Doesn't stop some people. Hey memes, how's it going, sweetie? Assassin says talk more about family traditions. So, in my family, my mother has always put up a Christmas tree in every room. Every room in the house. All of mine and my siblings' bedrooms, the living room, the den, the kitchen, the bathrooms. All of them have a Christmas tree of some sort in them. Now, you may be thinking like 6 foot, 8 foot tall, but no, some of them are literally that big. You know, just sit on a shelf somewhere. But there is a Christmas tree in every single room of the house.
My mom is so incredible at decorating Christmas trees that she's able to pile on so much tinsel in such a way, perfectly straight lines around the Christmas tree. And every single year, she does it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot see a single needle through all of the decorations. And then she will hang ornaments on it. But again, I don't know how she attaches them because you can't see any of the tree. And I don't know how she does it. I mean, my Christmas tree always looks beautiful, but I am not on that par.
Yeah, I know that feel. Because I've had a similar thing when I look at my mom's Christmas tree. You know, I've always I bought like a store-bought pre-lit Christmas tree a few years back when I started living on my own. And I put that up and I decorate it fairly competently, I think. I think it's just because I layer on so much stuff, you can't really see a lot of where my mistakes are and everything. But I try not to make sure there's any gaps and all that. But
I don't bother putting ornaments on the back because the backs are normally towards a wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all of my ornaments on the front and the sides.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I mean, I don't even bother putting lights on the back. If you were to look at the back of my Christmas tree, it would be hideous. However, 3 sides look incredible. So it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And my Christmas tree always looks beautiful, but at the moment, I don't have the space, so I don't have a Christmas tree. You remember what my Christmas tree looked like last year? It was incredible.
You don't remember what it looked like last year?
No, I do. I've got pictures. I remember what it looks like. It was incredible.
But yeah, so other family traditions. Well, when I was a kid, my mom used to do this thing on Christmas morning where we would all wake up and we'd eat breakfast. And after breakfast was finished, we'd all go in the living room and sit around the big tree where all the presents and stuff were gathered under the tree. And my mom would, recount the Christmas story, Christ's birth and all that stuff. And then we would have, we'd play a little game where she had this little nativity scene set up. usually on the mantle or something like that, where it was prominently displayed, but the baby Jesus was missing from it. And she would always take it and hide it, usually somewhere in the room. And the 6 of us would have to search for it and find it. If we could find it, whoever found it first got to open the first present. So it was her way of replicating the 3 wise men searching for Jesus when they, you know, in the Bible story. So, and that was always a fun tradition.
That sounds really cute. My my family traditions are a little bit different. Our really big family tradition would be on Christmas Eve we would open one present, and that present would contain pajamas, at least contained pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
For Elijah, I do pajamas, a movie, hot chocolate, a small pack of mini marshmallows, and popcorn.
A small pack of mini marshmallows.
Well, it would be like one of those hot chocolate mix things.
She can't give him the big bag, guys. She doesn't like him that much.
Like, it normally looks like a reindeer.
Mm-hmm.
And you pour it in. You just pour it into a mug and add hot milk.
Mm-hmm.
Stir it up, and it's hot chocolate. And every year we would watch Christmas movies. And on Christmas Eve, and we'd read the night before Christmas, and then go to bed.
Aww. We never really had consistent Christmas Eve traditions because we do different things there.
The night before Christmas thing came up because when I was a kid, my mom got this Santa. Everyone might have seen it last year. It was a big Santa that's like this big, and it's sitting with a clock,
mm-hmm.
and it moves, and it's got a pipe and all that sort of thing. It's holding a book.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a recording thing on the back of the clock that's next to Santa, like a tape player. And Santa reads The Night Before Christmas. However, if you rewind that back far enough, you will hear my brother.
What is he doing?
Apparently, my older brother, well, like when I was a baby, he got a tape recorder and he recorded over my mother's tape of Santa reading The Night Before Christmas.
Oh no.
And he's basically going around with a tape recorder on Christmas Day talking about what's going on. It's great.
That's adorable.
I love it.
Did he have one of those like talk boys from like fucking Home Alone?
But he stole the tape out of the back of this thing and recorded over it.
Should have got him some blank tapes to work with.
I lost one of my teeth.
Uh-oh. Might be time to take them out then.
I don't know if that tooth fell out of my mouth or if I accidentally swallowed it.
Is it between your tits there?
It was.
Tally comes with a built-in shelf, guys.
Now I've got the glue.
Stuck to your mouth. Ugh.
It's stuck to all my teeth and it feels weird.
Anyways, I'm gonna make sure, because it seems like chat's been very active. Then Josh commented on how he really wants some hot chocolate. I want some hot chocolate too now.
I know, right?
So I'm gonna say we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here soon, because I want to drag things on unnecessarily, artificially. So, if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, queries. She's digging into her chest, knew this would happen, yeah. Please post them now. we're gonna go ahead and give it about 5 more minutes, and then we'll be done. So, huzzah for cleavage, says Assassin. Yay, titties! Yes. I can't think of any more traditions that we have. Nothing is coming to mind, honestly. But
I really need to brush my teeth now.
Assassin says hashtag treasure chest. Yeah, you need to brush that glue off your teeth now. I told her, I said, you know what, when she's like, I'm gonna have to get like a lot of makeup remover. I was like, girl, just go in the shower and just pour that shit over your head, because just go take a shower and wash all that off. Because you're gonna need to.
Yeah.
What time is Die Hard planned for? So, I'm trying to shoot for like 9 p.m. I don't know if Tally, were you trying to join us for it, or would that work
9 p.m. for you is
3 a.m. for you.
Yes.
So would you be down for that, or is that going to be way too early?
Can we do it 2 hours earlier?
We could try to do 7. You guys want to do 7? 7 p.m. Central? 8 p.m. Eastern?
I mean, if you want, we can do 8. Because at least then it's 2 a.m., not 3 a.m.
Yeah, fair. Have any of you two seen the original Black Christmas? Nope.
No.
I did watch Krampus a couple nights ago. Myself, Mr. Polydove, and Jacob watched it, and it was interesting. Definitely supposed to be a black comedy, because some of it was just like, this is ridiculous, but other stuff was just like, and that's disturbing.
Just a few years ago, there was a film that was released called Krampus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It was actually like a murder horror thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually talking about, Tally. The movie I saw just a few weeks ago, or just a few days ago.
I'm gonna have to watch it again, because I haven't been able to find it since then. I mean, the last thing I found that was called Krampus was really slow and dull.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing happened.
Oh, a lot happened in this.
The last 10 minutes is when stuff happened.
Krampus pretty much personally shows up for the first person he takes. So.
Well, the one I watched, Krampus didn't show up until right at the end.
Yeah, no. He shows up in a big way. Like, you'd imagine like Santa being like jolly and fat and slow. Well, Krampus is big, but he is not slow by any means. He is very fast, running and jumping across rooftops. It's pretty insane.
Yep.
How many Krampus movies are there? I have no idea.
Well, that's 2.
Careful, don't play with them too much.
Oh, it's gonna be hell trying to get this off.
Anywho.
Especially where it's attached to hair.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Like, I have literally got a latex from here up around my hairline, across here, down my nose, and down to here.
To hold them in place? It's a little excessive.
And then it's got spirit gum under the actual things where the horns actually stick. There is a lot going on in this area.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and
you literally need a bottle of liquid latex, and you need to like brush it over.
She lost her train of thought.
Cotton wool.
Anyways, Miss Tally.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on with me today, dear. And chat, thank you so much for coming in.
You were right, though.
Huh?
You were right, though. I couldn't hold on to the dark.
You couldn't hold that pose for the entire... You're just sitting there trying to do this little...
It was...
sexy, dark, scary pose, and I'm just like, you're not going to hold that for an hour and a half.
No, I'm not.
Anyways, kids, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you to Miss Tally for coming and doing this show with me.
I was really getting into the character.
Yes. If you like what we do on this channel, share with your friends. If you want to come hang out with us, Miss Tally and I will be hanging out in these I almost said side quest Discord, not the side quest Discord, the S&M Discord in voice chat after this. So
you can see how much pain I'm going to be in when I pull this thing off my face.
Yep, you can listen to Tally squeal at the top of her lungs when she pulls that shit off her face.
As I pull out the baby hairs along my hairline up here.
Yeah, so come hang out with us. It'll be entertaining, I promise. I'm
gonna discover that I've got black eyeshadow in places where I really don't want it.
Yep. Anyways, kids, we'll catch you all next time. Bye.
Lay back, relax, enjoy it all. Saturday night, it's time to say no more. S&M with Tally and KRC. Come pleasure or pain, welcome to the stream.